All right, guys. So our kind of penultimate topic here before we get into our Falcon and Winter Soldier finale spoiler-filled discussion here, is there were some kind of two big news stories here, and not really big, but there was some. One was kind of, I don't know. It really depends on what you think is a big news story, really. But this is MCU related, kind of some casting information and a confirmation on another person here, and we'll kick it off with that one here because last week. I think it was last week word came out maybe a couple weeks ago, actually. Nevertheless, we got news that Russel Crowe was kind of rumored to be like on the set of Thor 4, but then he was kind of confirmed he did have a role in Thor 4. Well, now he's kind of spilled the beans on what exactly he is doing in Thor 4, Love and Thunder. And it turns out he's playing Zeus. And he had like a couple, yeah, a little quote down here. Eventually, he said, like, it's like, I'm going to get on my bicycle, Crow said, and then, oh, what did he say? Okay, I'm gonna ride up to Disney Fox Studios, and around about 9:15, I shall be Zeus. And I just imagine Russell Crowe's just very like smooth, like his accent he had in Man of Steel saying that is what I thought of in my
Yeah.
head. I can't do it, so I'm not gonna do it.
Hmm.
But it just made me laugh because he's like, he can be a funny guy sometimes.
Yeah.
And just imagine him saying that just with a little grin on his face. And then he said that, he'll just be, like, Zeusing about, like, and it'll be his last day Zeusing about. It just was just funny to me, probably just me, but I thought that was kind of interesting because the first thing I thought when, they said this, that he was gonna be Zeus, was that is the MCU actually gonna be introducing, like, their pantheon of the Greek gods and, like, Hercules and all that stuff? Is that actually gonna be a thing? Or is this 'cause he Hercules has shown up in a lot of, like, kind of Avengers related things, like, in multiple mediums, but he's never been as the Greek gods are, like, not as big and popular as they are in DC's world, but they're there. So, it's interesting to see, like, if that's gonna be anything other than this, like, fun cameo, but it seems like it's just gonna be a fun cameo, but it could possibly set up some more stuff. But then with, the Secret Invasion series here that was recently announced, we have 2 pretty big casting informations here. We have no news on what these 2, ladies are gonna be doing, but Olivia Colman and Emilia Clarke have scored some sort of roles in the Secret Invasion series. Some people are rumored like, thinking that, I forget the character's name, but there's, like, I think it's either an alien leader of Sword or she's a Skrull leader of Sword, I forget, but the leader of Sword might be who Emilia Clarke is gonna be playing. I don't know. I don't really know enough about it to really put any speculation to it myself. I just think, I mean, Olivia Colman is an Oscar-winning actress, so you can't go wrong adding talent. She's great. Loved her in Broadchurch. That was a great show. Go watch that. It was on Netflix for a long time. David Tennant was in it as well. If you're a fan of Doctor Who and or Jessica Jones, good show. And then Amelia Clark, obviously, Daenerys Targaryen, Mother of Dragons herself. Who the hell knows? But I don't know. You guys got any thoughts, John? You're a little bit more well versed in the comic book lore than old Rick Metz is. So you got any ideas on what these two would be playing, and then what do you think of yeah, Russell Crowe playing Zeus in the Thor movie?
Yeah, honestly, I don't have a guess as to what roles they'd be playing. I'm more surprised by the lack of announcements about other characters coming back. I mean, the whole premise of Civil War is or Invasion was that a couple years. The whole premise of Secret Invasion was that Skrull, at least in the comics, was that Skrulls had infiltrated the Earth's heroes, and that some of the heroes were not actually the heroes that you had been following for the past how many ever decades. That at some point they had been replaced by Skrulls. So it would be more, I'm shocked that we haven't heard something about, say, like
Returning actors or
Proms
something?
tonight, huh? Right? Yeah. No, I'm shocked that we haven't heard more about like Paul Rudd is going to guest star in Secret Invasion or something. I guess if they do that though, then they automatically start creating a list of, well, maybe this person has been replaced or maybe that person has been replaced. So I guess maybe that makes more sense as to why we're not hearing casting news about this. But for these particular castings, I mean, I'm super happy with them. I obviously we talk about this all the time with MCU, but I can't think of a role that they've cast that they've done a bad job with, you know.
It's true.
So Emilia Clarke, like, loved her. I thought she was phenomenal in Game of Thrones up until the writing failed her. I so I'm super happy. I always was hoping that they do more with the Solo series because I really liked her character in the Solo series or the Solo movie, and they just didn't do anything else with that movie, even though they could have. So she's getting a chance to become part of this franchise. I hope she has more to do than just a one-off thing in this series. So yeah, so that's, and then Russell Crowe. I mean, I love Russell Crowe. I like a ton of the stuff that he's ever been in. Plus, obviously, Man of Steel. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of role he has. I think Hercules has always been one of the. He's not one of the main Avengers that you think of right away, but he's had a large role in the Avengers in the comics for decades now, and he's been a major member of the team for various incarnations of the team. So it would make sense for them to expand that pantheon a little bit and bring him in along with some of the other gods.
No, yeah. Every time you freeze, I'm gonna switch you over.
Oh boy,
that way you have a visual cue.
That works.
That'll be you.
Oh, then man, it's embarrassing.
It might be Discord, honestly. I don't know.
Yeah, I might just need to reset my computer too. We'll see.
Yeah, it's probably just Discord. But we'll do that anytime you freeze. Bam, there he is.
Yeah. That's perfect.
That'll be good.
That's awesome.
Rick, what do you think about this? Though you like this casting information in the Zeus? I know you're not familiar with like Zeus and stuff, as far as that goes, but
I like Russell Crowe. I think he's a great actor. I think that'd be a good role for him to play. He seems like he'd do a good Zeus. You know, just in general, I don't know like what Zeus he's going to be like with this, but I think it's a good choice, and can never go wrong with Emilia Clarke. And then Olivia Colman, I'm not as well like versed with, but sounds like she's a good actress.
She's damn good. I'm telling you, if you haven't watched Broadchurch, go watch Broadchurch. If you like detective shows, like it's like a whodunit kind of thing. It's not really a murder mystery whodunit kind of. It's a detective show. It's like a cop show, but it's like a serious drama. It's not like a procedural thing. It's like, a 10-episode thing. Her and David Tennant are detectives. They got to solve this one crime so it's a very long form drama based thing.
Yeah.
Is it just the one season?
2 seasons.
2 seasons.
Yeah, but they're like 8 to 10 episodes.
I will definitely add that because the last thing you told me to watch, Dark, I cannot say enough good things about. So
Dark's great. I need to go back and finish it because I loved it. The first season was great. I watched like a couple episodes of season 2, and I just never. It's just something that there's just so much content. It just fell off the radar.
I've got 4 episodes left of the last season. I'm going to be disappointed when it's over. It's that good for me, but
yeah, it's really good. And it's surprising too because it's like a German show or something, and they Netflix bought it and stuff. So, if you haven't watched Dark, definitely go watch Dark. But if you don't like, subtitles and having to read subs and stuff, they have audio dubs for a couple of different languages for it. So there is an English dub.
Pretty well done too. Yeah,
it's not bad. Like the voice acting they did for it, it's spotty at times, but it's not like an audiobook reading. It
doesn't pull you out of the show
entirely. Yeah. It was dramatically done, and the every once in a while, like what they're saying because they're speaking freaking German, the voice it obviously like doesn't line up perfectly, but it's pretty good. Like you get the point across. If you just want to be able to listen, they do have the English dubs if that's more for you. So, but yeah. I guess the question here is, though, guys, is what do you think about these castings here? Are you excited? And two, I guess the last thing I'll put in the Secret Invasion thing, I don't really know. I'm not expecting to see them bring back like a lot of people. Like I don't expect to see like Chris Evans' return and as a Skrull. You know what I mean? I don't think it would be something that Chris Evans would want to do. Like, just, like, come back and be the fake version of the character he played for, like, 10 years. I don't know, like, same with, like, RDJ. I don't see that happening. No, that's not to say that, like, maybe some people would come in and do it. I don't think just like the MCU has kinda shown, for over the last 10 years and 20 some odd movies, they take inspiration from the comics, but they never just straight up remake and retell the exact story from the comics. Like Civil War was nothing like Civil War in the comics. You know, Ultron was nothing like Civil War or Ultron in the comics rather. So I'm expecting this will follow suit. I mean, WandaVision was nothing like House of M, but very similar, you know what I mean? Granted, they didn't call that House of M, but they're obviously, I mean, I guess not obviously, but my assumption is that the secret invasion thing is gonna be vastly different than what happened in the comics. Like, I don't expect they're gonna be, like, scroll versions of all the Avengers, essentially, that there were from the comic series. I don't know what they're gonna do. They could keep it a lot more streamlined and just say that they've taken over some government agents, like, who knows? We'll just have to wait and see, but let us know what you think about that down in the comment section below.